It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the diesel and the jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Our coverage tonight from Target Center as the Minnesota Timberwolves will be playing against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And the matchups in the backcourt will certainly be interesting to watch in this one. Kenny, who are some of the top guards you played against over the years?
Wow, come on. The Bulls, always a force, with Jordan and Pippen. Well, Pippen was really like a small forward, but he played guard a lot. Magic is probably top of it. John Stockton, unbelievable. Gary Payton. I said Clyde Drexler, but he played with us, so I loved Clyde when he came to us.
And what about Penny Hardaway?
He was tough. He was tough.
Well, why you didn't say his name? You put his name eighth.
No, I was in the I was still getting him out.
Disrespected my main man, Penny.
There was no disrespect.
Jackson,
yeah.
Mark Jackson.
Love you, Penny. Love little Penny, too.
Oh.
Thank you.
Little Penny was harder to guard.
Great stuff, Shaq. Game just about ready to get underway. We'll see you later.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. It's what you've been waiting for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Kevin McHale out there with Yao. Then it's Thompson, and it's Durant, and it's Johnson in at the one spot. And Garnett misses. Minnesota on D.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. Might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Iverson kicks to Chamberlain, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now here's Johnson. McHale outside. Johnson the screen. Thompson against Iverson. Johnson left side. Fades. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Anthony after Kevin McHale's score. Anthony kicks to Iverson. With the tip, it's good on the putback.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. Clark, just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
And you know what? No need to catch it in a situation like that. He's got terrifically soft hands, and that finish doesn't allow the defense to react.
So it's the Celtics now. Following the basket made by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the block. Payton kicks to Iverson. Here's Garnett. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. John Wall's checked in for Gary Payton. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Derek Favors checked in for Yao. Draymond Green comes in for McHale. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Thompson. And Garnett, no good on that one. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors in Steve's world.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here's Thomas. Inside, here's Favors, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
That one falls for Favors.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Minnesota. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Thomas against Wall. Outside Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose and stolen by Iverson. Thomas against Anthony. Now Iverson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He dishes it to Wall. Fires the three. Cannot hit. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 5. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Timberwolves leading by 5. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Isaiah Thomas out there with Thompson. Then there's McHale. Then there's Yao. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Here's Thomas. Following the score by Kevin Garnett. Feeds it to Thompson. 5 on the clock. From past the arc. Here's Yao. No luck. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Payton outside. Pass to Anthony. High arcing shot. The shot will not go. Good work defensively by Yao.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Now here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Thompson for 3. But they'll get another chance. McHale dishes to Yao. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Minnesota, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Payton. Minnesota making some changes. Stoudemire comes in for Wallace. And it's Maravich in for Allen Iverson. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Boston. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season. Anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle. Over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Thomas against Payton. There's a screen by McHale. Durant in the corner. They get the rebound. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from DeAndre Jordan. Payton kicks to Anthony. 1:33 left here in the second. Thompson against Maravich. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Stoudemire from the baseline. And Boston with the rebound.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Now here's McKeel. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Some changes for Minnesota. Chamberlain's checked in for Garnett. And it's John Wall in for Payton. And then for Boston, Draymond Green, he's checked in for McHale. Marion comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Johnson in for Isaiah Thomas. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. All with it. Outside, Maravich. So he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
It's his first trip to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Last season for the Timberwolves, it was a struggle most of the season. Young teams tend to do that, but they didn't have, unfortunately, Greg, much luck at home.
You know, they basically limped their way to a league-worst 9-32 record at home. Part of taking your lumps as a young team. Let's see how they respond this season.
Maravich hits them both.
You know, not everything was bad for the Wolves at home. I mean, they did have several highlight reel plays and also found their way to the foul line a lot. Biggest free throw differential at home in the league last season.
Green, the screen. Thompson outside. 17-foot shot on the way.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Iverson's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Derek Favors checked in for Jordan. And the second free throw, good. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here is Johnson. Favors with the screen. Thompson right side. That misses off the backboard. And so we wrap up the first half. The Timberwolves on top, up 10. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. In the second quarter, they imposed their will on the game and built a 10-point lead at the half. And if things continue to go the same way after the break, they're threatening to run away with this one. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
I'd really like to see them attack the rim a little bit more. Change the game up, man. Generate some more easy baskets. Part of the reason they're behind is because they've been outclassed inside. They haven't been able to drive the ball, dish the ball. They need to pound it in the paint more if they want to win this basketball game.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And now the third quarter about to get going. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Anthony is out there with Garnett. Then it's Gary Payton. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. Celtics trail by 10. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Here's Anthony after Kevin McHale's score. Iverson gets the bucket.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Johnson, the pass to McHale, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Payton. Garnett with a screen on Johnson. Payton drives in. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Yao. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Payton outside. Garnett with a screen on Johnson. Johnson against Payton. Here's Garnett. And it comes off the front of the rim. Celtics trail by 6. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
John Wall's checked in for Minnesota. Boston also with the sub. Thomas is checked in. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Garnett inside. He's guarded by McHale. KG, that's good.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Johnson kicks to McHale. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
The Timberwolves missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And that one misses.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Derek Favors checked in for Yao. Green comes in for McHale, and it's Marion in for Durant. And he sinks the second. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Now here's Thomas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 3 on the clock. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Great look, but off the mark. And it's Wall at the elbow. Here's Iverson. It's tipped. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Walls is checked in for Kevin Garnett. Here's Chamberlain. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Iverson kicks to Wall. Clock at 6. On the wing. And the jumper falls for him. Wall's got 6.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Favors with a screen on Wall. And Thomas, here we go. Green dishes to Favors. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Iverson. They get a hand on it. Marion with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Johnson's got the ball. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
The 3 from Iverson. Can't get it to fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves lead by 8. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Celtics trail by 8, and a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Yao. Johnson is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's McHale, and it's Durant in at small forward. Minnesota shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Payton. Yao with the block. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Durant. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a screen on Johnson. Garnett the screen. Payton kicks to Garnett. 4 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Johnson's got the ball. Took him no time at all on that one. Durant's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Garnett with a screen on Johnson. Payton drives in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton. And both free throws good for Payton. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Durant, the pass to Johnson. Back to Durant. Yao with a screen on Anthony. Durant just inside the line, and right through it goes. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, Durant showing us how it's done with that stroke.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Payton drives in. Baseline J on the way. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The feed now to Yao. Shoots from 14. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists now in the game. Payton dishes to Anthony. Garnett, the screen. It's Anthony with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
.153 left in the game. Picked by Yao. Outside Durant. Yao with a screen on Anthony. Durant attacking, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Celtics. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Garnett kicks to Iverson. Anthony against Durant. Chamberlain a screen. Down low. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Durant, no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Outside Anthony. He kicks to Garnett. Feeds away. It's rebounded by Durant. Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. From about 16, Durant with another miss.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
To the paint, here's Garnett. That's good. And Zawal with the assist.
And just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Now here is Yao. Thompson passes to Green. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 7.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he commits the intentional foul. Minnesota with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Being both at the line, it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Durant for 3. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
And a lot of scoring here late, but there hasn't been any defense to speak of.
No, there really hasn't been, Greg, but that doesn't mean we haven't liked it. I mean, the highlight reel is being overwhelmed and overworked.
first, and that puts them up by 5. Boston making some changes. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game. 15 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Marion in the corner. That's short off the rim.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Johnson can't connect. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony. What'd you think, Kenny?
We've seen so many performances like that over the course of Carmelo Anthony's career that we've gotten spoiled. But we shouldn't fail to appreciate what he has been able to do tonight. He was spectacular. When he doesn't try to do too much, Carmelo Anthony is absolutely lethal, and he had it going tonight.
When you're a leader on the NBA team, you're expected to carry your team. You take the pressure off, you manage it, you infuse that energy to help your team. And there were a lot of moments during the game when we saw him do just that. Great, great performance. I commend you, young man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.